Hey now. Yeah. What's going on, Mob 2? Yeah. Yeah. What's today? Fucking Tuesday? It's only fucking Tuesday. What do you hear? What do you say, people? Yeah. Let's settle in now, boys. Ladies and gents. Yeah. Yeah, I like talking stupid like this, see? Yeah. Yeah. Makes me feel better. Yeah. It's another beautiful day in the ghetto, folks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see what we got here. Terrence and Phillip, what's up? I'm not your friend, buddy. I'm not your friend, guy. Hey, yo, Bobby, what's up? Jesse Roth, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome. The captain of Gunsmoke's Angels, Jesse Roth. What's up, Silvio? Yeah, the Prince of Dragonflies. What's up, dude? What's up, Prince? Irish style, my guy. What's up? You know, I kind of like this Irish style, man. I like this Irish style. Let's see. Yeah, I like this Irish style. All right. Yeah, let's scroll on down. Let's mosey on down. Jen, my Lucine. What's up? How are you, Jen? That's my sweetheart, too. Yeah. Jen's always giving me good advice, too. That's another sweetheart there. Lucky Luciano. Salute. Marino, aka Falconetti, Gunsmoker. What's up, brother? Midwest Mafia Productions. What's up, Gunsmoke, bro? Checking in at work. What's up, Midwest? Salute. Don't work too hard now. Work smarter, not harder. Yeah, that part. Jesse says, I need a hug from anyone right now. What's going on, Jesse? You having a rough day already? The day just started. Silvio Dante says even Eyelight hits harder than Will Smith. Yeah, I heard Chris Rock say, "Damn, I just got hit by fucking Muhammad Ali, and he hits like a bitch," something like that. Or I don't have a scratch. I thought that was funny. Jersey girl, good morning, Jersey girl. How are you? I hope all is well with you too. Yeah, good morning. Pink is here. He's working right now, but he's listening. Have a great, blessed day. Thank you. Blessed or blessed? Have a great blessed day. Yeah, blessed day. I think that's how they say it. Anyway, folks. So, figured I'd come by, say hello to you people. Let's build it up in here. This is embarrassing. I love you guys, though. You guys are my core group here. I love you guys. Tommy Stiggs, what's up, brother? From North Jersey. All right, yeah. Terrence and Phillip, people are making fun of Will Smith, but at least he's a man sticking up for his wife, Uh, I think he kind of overreacted, if you ask me. I think he's out of his mind. I think Jada over there, she's been causing him a lot of grief for a long time. I think that's a marriage that should have ended a long time ago when she wanted to start sleeping with other men, and he allowed it just to stay with her. So I think he's had a lot of built up rage, and he took it out on fucking Chris Rock because Chris Rock is a skinny guy. You know, I don't think it was right, but it is what it is. I guess that's what's up with this generation. This generation thinks it's okay for somebody to get slapped over a joke. A professional comedian making a joke, which wasn't really that bad. But I guess it was embarrassing. But Jesse says I have to reschedule my MRI because of the doctor's office dropped the ball getting an authorization. Oh. You should sue them for negligence. What's up, JR Boston? What's going on, buddy? Yeah, Will Smith handled it wrong, definitely. Pink says Chris got the cookie puss slap. It wasn't right either way. It wasn't right. I think Will Smith is embarrassed. It was just completely uncalled for. I don't think the Academy is going to ban him from going back to the award show, but you know, I'm sure he'll buy like Chris Rock a fucking Lamborghini to say sorry or something, you know, something to make up for it. But it could have gotten a lot worse, you know. Could have been a big brawl up there if Chris Rock would have swung back. Could have been a shit show. I mean, it was a shit show, but what else do I think about that situation? Damon Dash. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Damon Dash. He's a CEO of Rockefeller Records formerly, but he said if that would have been me on stage, I would have got arrested. I would have been in cuffs, and he's right, you know. But Will Smith has a lot of star power, so they let him rock. They let him sit right back down in his chair, collect the big award for the night, the biggest award of the night. Oh, Terrence. Oh, wow. I wouldn't put it past him. He's done it before, Terrence and Philip. He's done it before. Prince says he did handle it wrong. I think it was the worst thing he could have done. Definitely not how someone getting nominated for an Academy Award should act. Yeah. I was actually going to put Chris Rock in the thumbnail, but I was like, fuck it. I've been seeing a lot of memes too, a lot of different like videos. Will Smith smacking everybody. It's funny. That's definitely going to be one of the highlights of this year is Chris Rock getting slapped by Will Smith. So I thought that was special. At least it made the Academy Awards entertaining, you know, Oscar night. Who the hell watches that anymore? Nobody watches the Oscars anymore. Still had 15 million viewers, which I'm shocked. I thought they were like down to like a few 100,000 people. 15 million people still watching the Oscars. That's nuts. Did you watch the trailer for The Offer? I might have. I'm not sure. I might have. Iris now says, what weighs more, Chris Rock or the hair in Jada Smith's tub drain? Wow. I heard that joke this morning. Wow. What weighs more, Chris Rock or the hair in Jada Smith's tub drain? That's fucked up. You know, I never knew she had alopecia. I thought she was doing that for a fashion statement because she always had short hair. I thought she just did that, you know, as her signature look. I didn't know it was because of the alopecia. Causes hair loss. I don't know. I started losing hair at a young age too, you know, my early teens. It's definitely balding by then. I think the doctors told my grandmother I had alopecia. She's like, I don't give a shit. He's a healthy young man, young boy. He doesn't need to see a doctor. And so I never went to go get, you know, treatment for it. And so this is why I'm a bald fuck today. But I can't blame anybody else except myself. Marino says we're living in sensitive times. Everybody's got their nerves on the outside. Yeah, I mean, with all this cancel culture shit on top of that, I mean, it's not a good atmosphere for comedians, you know, nowadays. It's hard for them to do their jobs. You know. Yeah, all right. Jersey girl, wonder why Will Smith never slapped around any of Jada's boy toys. Yeah, I thought about that too. A lot of people were saying that. Like, you didn't have that energy for August Alsina, but you got that same energy for Chris Rock, keep my wife's name out your mouth. Out your fucking mouth. Meanwhile, August Alsina was all inside of her mouth. But let's not talk about that. Let's not get crazy here, guys. Let's keep it PG, huh? We got ladies in here. Jen, my mom, rest in peace, loved to watch it because of the dresses they wore. Yeah, wasn't it like a big event? They had like, what's her name? Joan Rivers. Didn't Joan Rivers used to do like the red carpet and stuff and insult people? That was her thing, right? I don't know. I remember, the Oscars were an event in my house, for a while there. It just lost its pizzazz, I guess. I don't know. That and Hollywood movies suck for the past fucking 15 years. DP, what's up? Chris Rock handled that shit so professionally. I can't really tell if it was fake or not. Still, yeah. At first, when I first saw it, I thought the slap. I thought he didn't connect. I thought he missed, and Chris Rock turned his head like ducked it, but he connected, I guess. So, yeah, I think it was real. I don't think it was for a publicity stunt. Bruno, what's up? Gun poke Don. Gun poke. Like the Don. Wow. What's cracking, bro? Nightmare. What's up, bro? What's cracking, Gunsmoke? I'm happy I made it to your morning show. You're the man, SA. Thank you. Yeah, Tony Duck, salute. All right, Bruno. Yeah, Bruno's driving around California, baby, on the west side. It's not fake. The Oscars want to take back Will's Oscar. I heard that they're not going to do that, but they're going to figure out another way to punish him. I think they should take the Oscar back. They should take it back and give it to somebody else. Give it to the second runner-up. Don't give him the most prestigious award of the night to some, after he behaved like that. I mean, that was completely uncalled for. It was I don't know. Lack decorum. I think that's why I looked a little I think that's why it looked a little fake, because Chris Rock seen it coming, so he was able to react quick. I don't even think he expected it. I don't know. I thought Chris Rock. I mean, fuck. I think Chris Rock thought that Will Smith was going to take the microphone away from him and say something slick to defend his wife, but I don't think he expected the slap to happen. But I guess his natural gut instinct, I mean, when he saw the slap coming too late, his instinct was to turn his cheek. I don't know. They are rewarding bad behavior. Well, bad behavior gets rewarded nowadays in this country, don't you know? Especially with the laws in New York or major cities across America. Bad behavior is rewarded, Patriotism and all that other shit, that's looked down upon, God forbid you want women playing on women's sports teams, You're a sexist pig if you want that. Can't have women playing on women's sports teams now. That's sexist. Yeah. Lisa, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome. Yeah. Jesse, but our man Gunsmoke is a lover, not a fighter. Well, I'm a lover and a shooter, not a fighter. Not till last second when Will's hand raised up. Yeah. Yeah. And I heard Chris Rock left after that. Like, he continued on with the presentation professionally. And then after that, what's his name? Denzel Washington came over and tried to calm down Will Smith. And, Chris Rock is looking at them from the stage to see what the fuck's up with Will Smith. And then he just walks off stage and leaves. He said, I'm done with the ceremony. I'm leaving. He went to a party after that. and you know, I guess had a drinking party with his friends. But he wasn't staying for the end of the show. He declined the press charges. But I'm hearing now the LAPD, the LAPD wants to pursue a case anyway. Supposedly, they're looking into it because they don't need him to press charges because it's all on video and stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. But I doubt it. Nobody, they're not going to press charges on fucking Will Smith. I thought it was funny too that he didn't apologize to Chris Rock. He apologized to everybody but Chris Rock that night. But I guess the next day he went on the internet and apologized, which is not the same. Oh yeah, block this idiot. Block this fucking idiot. Dumbass. Ian Shepherd, fucking troll weirdo. Yeah, thank you, Jen. Shoot him in the face. Yeah, dumbass. That Bozo's trying to promote a freaking show about some Cuban assholes who's going to tell us about the Italian mafia in New York. Yeah, okay. Fucking weirdo. Fucking weirdos on here, man. Jada's antics have taken a toll on Will over the years. He's starting to lose it. Yeah, he's been lost it, man. Especially when she started freely, talking about on her. She had her own show. She starts talking about her entanglements with other men, and Will Smith was okay with it because they had to reach an agreement to keep their marriage intact. And he's on there crying and shit. You know, all of America's seen that, so he was embarrassed. And I think it just culminated in that freaking joke last night. I think that was the last straw for Will Smith. He just had enough. He's in front of an audience, everybody's talking about his wife. I guess he couldn't handle it. I don't know. He should be used to it because he's a celebrity, but I guess we're all human, right? Shit, what was that? Okay. Nightmare says Will Smith laughed at the joke at first. Then he saw his wife all mad and had to do something, or she cheat on him again. Chris Rock was bullied on as a teen and knew that shit was coming. Yeah. She does have a nasty attitude, Jada. She's very odd. Irish says, rumor has it he didn't even write that joke. One of the writers did, yeah. It wasn't in his script to say that, I guess. I don't know. That's what I heard. Yeah, what's up, Tom Sheehy? What's going on, bro? This guy, where's Tom Sheehy? Oh, okay, yeah. Live and let live. What's up? Salute. How are you? Yeah. Yeah. Will Smith was smashing Margot Robbie. What the fuck is that? Let me look that up quick. Oh, really? Margaret Robbie, huh? Nice. Okay. I did not know that. Nightmare says, Bruno, that was your chance to cap someone for Gunsmoke. That's true. But Bruno's driving, he said so. But he has been looking forward to shoot a couple people, so. Lisa says Jada made him do it. She probably looked at him like, boy, you better get up on that stage. Better not just sit your ass there. You better stand on that business. And then Will just walked up there like, damn, man, I can't believe I got to do this shit right now. You saw how he walked up there with his head down thinking like, damn, I can't believe I got to go up here and do this shit, man. Fuck. And then he just slaps Chris Rock. I wonder, they should have had the camera on Jada the whole time too, like what her reaction was. I mean, when he was cursing, when he went back to his seat and sat down and started cursing at Chris Rock, she's sitting right next to him, but they didn't show her. They just showed him. I wanted to see what she was looking at, what her reaction was. Let me go back to my stuff here because we got another weirdo. I don't like that comment. Where's this guy? Yeah. Tony Duck says, yeah, entanglement. I wish I came up with that one with an X or two. Yeah. It's a good line. It's a good way of looking at things. Live and Let Live says, imagine if Will Smith did that to 50 Cent. People would be running. Yeah. He wouldn't do that to 50. That would have been, the whole friggin' stage would have been tore up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, tuna salad for lunch. All right, I could dig it. I like the tuna salad. I like a tuna salad wrap with lettuce, tomato, pickles, and jalapenos. Well, pickles on the side, jalapenos inside, salt and pepper. Yeah. Macaroni salad maybe on the side, some potato. You gotta have some Doritos and stuff. Yeah. That's how you eat tuna salad, boy. I'm sure there is footage of her out there somewhere. Yeah, definitely. I, I would have wanted to see the sign language lady trying to sign that. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Chris Rock said, okay, I am. Yeah, it must be nice to have lunch, huh? You guys out there having a good old time, huh? Having lunch and all that? Let's see. Where's my banner here? To remind y'all. Yeah, please donate to my Cash App, my Venmo, and my pen pal, my PayPal, pen pal. I had a pen pal in sixth grade in Zimbabwe. My PayPal is a different story. My PayPal is an app that you can send tips and donations to, and they're greatly appreciated and needed right now in these trying times. So if you like my channel and want to show support, please kick up to my Cash App. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. You gotta watch that figure. Tony Duck says, I've seen 50 jump off the stage at a show to fight someone in the early days in New Jersey. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. That's when they were throwing chairs at him. He was trying to fight Bangum Smurf that was in the crowd. They were throwing chairs at him, and 50 jumped off stage to go in the crowd and fight them. And he's crazy. I think he did it a few times. People like to throw shit on stage. One of my cousins, he grew up with 50. He used to do security work for him too in the early 2000s. Marino says, these clown celebs today, if you take yourselves too seriously, no one else will. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he looked like a jackass for doing that. Will Smith. He might have destroyed his career. I mean, for the rest of his life, they're going to be talking about that. Even when he dies, and they're covering his funeral, they're going to mention that he slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. It will always be remembered. I don't know. I hope Jada really appreciates Will Smith after that, though. She better love him and be faithful from now on. What's up, Rob Jean? Lisa Farrell. For the size difference, Chris wasn't even moved by that slap. Didn't rub his cheek or button. Yeah, I know. He didn't even touch his face after that. He just put his hands right behind his back immediately, like a gentleman. And that was a hard, firm slap. I've slapped somebody like that before in high school. That's a hard, firm, controlled slap. I think he could have slapped him harder, but it was one of those stiff fucking slaps. Like, you fucking. Let me not get carried away, but yeah. And yes, after I slapped that person in high school, I felt horrible about it afterwards. Jesse, Gunsmoke, if I would have known my appointment was going to get canceled, I would have come up and taken you out to lunch. You would have drove all the way to New York to take me out to lunch. To Applebee's. Yeah. I could eat the whole appetizer sampler to myself. That goddamn Applebee's. I remember when Applebee's was the appetizer sampler over there. You get the mozzarella steaks, you get the quesadillas. I like to call them quesadillas because of Napoleon Dynamite. But anyway, They give you the mozzarella sticks, the quesadillas, the fucking buffalo wings. They give you the artichoke spinach dip with the chips. That used to be $9.99. Now that shit is $24. $24, probably $24.99 for an appetizer sampler. And the wings don't taste as good as they used to back in the day. I remember me and my friends, 15 years old, we used to go to Applebee's. And we were some badass kids back then. I don't know, for some reason I used to like to take the cup. They used to have like these Coca-Cola cups. I used to like to take the cups and put them in my jacket. I had like a big feline jacket or something. I used to put it on my jacket back in the early 2000s. And then we would do like dine and ditch, where you go eat the meal and then one by one you guys just walk out. We were some badass kids. But yeah, we used to do that a lot. Dine and ditch. We used to think it was funny. Stupid kids. Nightmare says, now they trying to make Chris Rock look bad by saying Jada suffers from alopecia. That's bullshit. Me, my bro, my dad all have alopecia, and it ain't that bad. I just get 50-cent piece-size bald spots. Yeah. Well, for a woman, it's different. I mean, for a woman, their hair is like, it's a big part of their identity, I guess. So I can see how it would be more traumatizing for a woman than a man to suffer from alopecia, but to use that as an excuse to put your hands on somebody is, there's no excuse for that, no matter how you cut it. And nobody knew she had alopecia in the first place. I'm sure she's talked about it before, but nobody knew that. Who the fuck pays attention to that? But he called her G.I. Jane because she was wearing all green. She had the bald head. But whatever. Yes, that's right. It's supposed to be a joke. Brian Miller, what's up? Of course, Brian Miller always saying something like that. Pink, she better not ever wear a wig again after that shit. Yeah. And if she was really bothered by the alopecia, she could wear a wig. I mean, she has the liberty to wear a nice, expensive wig that looks natural and real. And even if people know it's fake, she could get away with it because she's a Hollywood star. She could do, she could play dress up however she wants. But whatever, to each his own. Jesse says, I'm bothered that Will did that. He's not the type to do that. But then again, he is from Philly. Yeah. He is from Philly. Someone else will get it. Will Smith. Let's see. Yeah, parking in New York is horrible. They took away a lot of parking too to replace them with friggin' bike lanes. Miles and miles and miles of fucking bike lanes for two assholes once a week to ride their bicycles down. They took away all that parking. They moved you can't even drive in the street. You can't even maneuver because the roads are so narrow now to make way for fucking bike lanes. The majority of the street is blocked off for a friggin' bicycle lane, and the rest is just so you could try to maneuver and not hit oncoming traffic. Try to avoid a head-on collision. Just so some idiot could ride their bicycle around and go wee, just fucking down the road. Those cups were complimentary. You were supposed to take them. Yeah, I doubt it. I don't think they were. Make yourself a goddamn quesadilla, Napoleon. Marino, that's funny. What's up, Miss McGinnis? How are you? Good morning. Nightmare, I'm 36. I'm just wondering because you mentioned the dine and ditch story and was just curious. Yeah. I was 15 when I was doing that shit. I wouldn't think to do that now. Never. He may not be allowed at the Oscars. Good. He shouldn't. good. You shouldn't behave that way, especially at that type of event. That's like a high society, prestigious event. You can't behave that way. That's for polite society only. Oh, see, get rid of Sean. Get rid of Sean. Did you smoke this? See, look, I got a million wrenches in here, and this guy's still living. Friggin' hater. That's true, Brian, but not when you go that far. If Chris Rock tried to assault her, then yeah. But if he just made a joke, then you just curse him out, whatever. He could have just said that. Will Smith could have cursed him out and said the same thing he said, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth, to Chris Rock, and he would have had the same impact as the slap, you know? He would have just looked less uh, stupid, you know? He would have looked less irrational. He would have looked more sane if he would have just cursed him out from the fucking seat instead of getting up and slapping him. That would be understandable, even though it's still out of line because the guy's just making a joke. He's just doing his job. But whatever. Wasn't Jada Pinkett Smith in Nutty Professor? And isn't there a scene where like some comedian is making fun of Eddie Murphy, who's her date in the movie, and she's sitting at the table with him, and you know, kind of remember that. So she should understand, it's just Chris Rock's just doing his job. She did a whole movie about it. Johnny the Greek, what's up? You got bike lanes fucking up the roads as well. They just spent the last 3 years blocking up London with roadworks, building bike lanes. Yeah, the whole world is doing this whole shit. It's a whole new generation, man. They want people to ride bicycles now. Get the hell out of here, bro. Nobody's riding bicycles. Nobody's gonna be riding bicycles. Shouts to FBS too. He's watching. Yeah. Um. God damn it, that distracted me. Oh no, I haven't heard any apology yet, Marino. I'm still waiting for that. But don't worry, it's being taken care of. Slug, good morning. I told Clump he was on that slim slug. That's crazy. You guys remember the lines from that movie. I haven't seen that movie in over 20 years. But I do remember that scene. She was in the scene, and a comedian was on stage making fun of her on screen boyfriend, which was Eddie Murphy. Dave Chappelle was the one making fun of him. And now it happens in real life to her, and her husband reacts this way. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm gonna start acting like Ben Shapiro on here and start doing periodically like little plugs and stuff, but to plug myself. Like you know how he stops the show. It's like, well, ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN is blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna just say I'm gonna take this time out now, guys, to say please donate to my Cash App, my Venmo, my PayPal. You know, it is appreciated. The links are in the description. Thank you very much. I saw actually speaking of Dave Chappelle, I saw some Dave Chappelle last night from his stand up, and he's back better than ever. It's like the old Dave Chappelle from like the early 2000s when he was funny. For a while there, he wasn't funny. He had his own mental breakdown, and you know he stopped being funny for a while. But now he's back better than ever. So. And I'm glad he's standing up to this woke bullshit, this cancel culture. I'm glad he's standing up to it. And he's still able to make people laugh. Miss McGinnis says, I am Team Chris Rock. Will should have never slapped Chris. That is code from what I found out. That is a code from what I found out. Yeah, well, he shouldn't have slapped him. Eddie Dunes, what's up? What's good, Gunsmoke? Screw the bike lanes, destroyed Queens Boulevard. Yeah, destroyed the whole friggin' city. Took away parking. The biggest city in the world, the most busiest city, the most populous city in America. And you're going to take away, I mean, a parking spot is like prime real estate in New York. So to take away just one parking spot could fuck up a whole neighborhood, cause a lot of problems. But when you take miles and miles away for friggin' bike lanes and all this other shit, it gets out of control. You can't even park in the city. And then if you do find a parking spot or a parking garage, they want to charge you $25 an hour just to park your car there. So they make it unlivable in the city, man. We need a mayor who's gonna come here and take away those friggin' bike lanes. There was one guy, Bo Dietl, former New York detective. He does acting now in bullshit mob shows and mob movies. Bo Dietl. He said, I think he tried to run for mayor or whatever. He hated De Blasio. He used to call him Big Bird to his face. He's like, "Hey, Big Bird, I'm coming for your job, Big Bird." And he said if he was elected mayor, the first order of business, he was going to hop on top of a fucking bulldozer and tear up every friggin' bike lane around the city. So he would have had my vote, but I don't even think he ran. But I don't know. I just think they destroyed the city. That was just part of it, on top of the other shit they do. Destroyed the whole character of this city. They tried to turn Times Square into fucking Disneyland, making sure no cars could drive through anymore. Just completely just killed the character of the whole city. And then what happened? It just delved back into chaos anyway. Now you got prostitutes, muggers, drug dealers, shootings, just like in the 70s. It all delved back into shit. But whatever. Pink says, I'm gonna say it. Those Stunads looked more like a lost Uber Eats driver than some pull-up gangsters. I agree. Miss McGinnis says, I love Ben Shapiro. Me too. I didn't like him at first before I gave him a chance. I thought he was like a fucking nerd weirdo. His voice was annoying. And then I gave him a chance one day, and I'm like, wow, this guy's really smart. He's actually a rational thinking, practical, common sense thinker. So yeah, I definitely agree with a lot of what Ben Shapiro says. Some of you guys think it was a staged event, huh? Marino says, did everybody hear Tony Pizza say that a Navy SEAL taught him the art of killing with one finger? No, I didn't hear that, but that's funny. But I pick up a lot of techniques from that. A lot of techniques from that Detroit urban survival training guy. Nightmare says, hold on, let me do the Nightmare voice, even though I heard he doesn't talk like that. But I can't really do a Latino Mexican voice in California, so I'm gonna just do the voice that I thought originally for him. I went to juvenile hall for the first time in November of '98. Not for dying in ditch though, but was there with a kid that did a lot. That's what your story reminded me of. Yeah, all right, Yeah, all right. I hear you, Nightmare. All right. Ira style. Not wish. Would. I'm fucking dyslexic or something, man. The way I sit now when I'm not on camera, I sit like hunched over. I gotta fucking it fucks up my whole esophagus. I can't even talk. Would it be justified if Chris Rock did a comedy special and absolutely destroyed him? Yeah, it would. I mean, he has every right to do that. I'm sure he's gonna, do a show about it. Well, not a show, but he'll do a joke about it in the show in his stand-up routine. I'm sure in the future he'll come up with something good. And I'm sure Will Smith will try to make amends somehow. Dave and Chris Tucker had a downfall at the same time. Yeah, they did. That's another guy that was funny that dropped off the face of the map. But I don't think Chris Tucker went crazy. I heard Dave Chappelle went crazy though. He went insane. He turned down like a $50 million contract and he fled to Africa to get away from America and all that shit. He needed some time to unwind. I don't know. Bo Dietl was in the Travolta Gotti. Yes, he was. And he was in season 1 of Gravesend. Gravesend 2 looks like it might actually be really good. They got Chaz Palminteri in there now, a few other actors, big names in there, so it might be really good this go around. Miss McGinnis says I am 50-50 on Bo Dietl. Yeah, so am I, but once he talked about those bike lanes and undoing everything de Blasio did, I mean, he won me there. He won my vote there. Bo Dietl was as crooked as the day is long. I guess so. Bo is a clown. Yeah, he is a character. I'll give him that. He is a freaking character, the guy. Bo Dietl. Maybe FBS should interview him. That would be a good idea. Maybe he'd be down for that. Bo Dietl. There's some interesting content there. Jesse Ross says, when my brother lived in Brooklyn, he parked his car at our mom's in Pennsylvania. Oh, man. Nightmare says Ben Shapiro's the fucking man. Yes, he is. Miss McKinnon says everybody is moving to Florida. That is what I read. Yes, a lot of New Yorkers, they move to Florida. Usually, it used to be you go there to retire. Now people are just going there to live because New York is just unsurvivable now with the taxes and the inflation and the quality of life issues that they impose on you. I mean, they decriminalized a whole bunch of shit. I mean, even murder. I mean, depending on how you commit it, it could be decriminalized, or at least they'll arrest you, but you won't get any bail. I mean, they'll just let you out for free on your own recognizance and give you a gift card so that you have some inclination to return back to court on your next court date. I mean, that's what we've come to. That's justice. Would Will have smacked The Rock? Hell no. The Rock wouldn't have taken that either. The Rock would have swung back if he tried some dumb shit like that. Eddie Doon says bike lanes, shanty shack outdoor food courts, mentally ill maniacs on every corner. New York City, the best of the best. That's what it's become. And thanks to de Blasio, he did that. See, Giuliani cleaned up this city, and it was getting better and better. And then that Jagoff Bloomberg came around, and he kept it going for the most part. He did a little stupid things here and there, like forcing businesses to take down their signs and spend money on new signs so that each letter is only about a foot long or something. Like there were size limits and all this other shit. I remember a whole bunch of other stuff they did. But for the most part, the city was looking better. It felt better. Crime was down to historic lows. I don't know. Business was booming. I don't know. De Blasio just fucked up everything, man. He just let the criminals run wild. Marino says, "This is how you try? I'm not at a house 10 minutes? What happened to the goddamn dealer meal cards? The Atkins. I am. It's hard. I tried, John. You were the one who told me to stop with the low-fat whipped cream. The Cool Whip, John. Did I ever ask you to lose weight for me? Did I? This is how you try?" Miss McGinnis, I think what happened on Oscars was real, especially after Will was screaming, "Keep my wife out of your mother." Yeah. Did you see Lupita Nyong'o's friggin' reaction too? She was so uncomfortable and shocked. She's like, wow. She's like, I can't believe this asshole's acting like this right now. This is a disgrace. Neil says he chose to be a gangster by smacking a nerd. No points for that. Only demerits. Yeah, he gets a whole bunch of demerits. I actually got a demerit once in music class back in 1997. Mrs. Shantz, she said, "You're getting one demerit." Because I was talking to my friend during class when we were supposed to be paying attention. One demerit. But anyway. Charlie Stein, what's up, brother? Miss McGinnis, Chris Rock still hasn't said a word. He is on tour now and his tickets selling up. Yeah, I heard his it was a big boost for him. You know, he's selling a lot of tickets or whatever. So good for Chris Rock. Tony Duck says, Gunsmoke, that Detroit Urban guy is allegedly bullshit. There is a bunch of videos of other guys debunking him. I don't know. He's a character, though. He's just, I find him amusing, The trick he does with the guns, that I think that's definitely 100% real. Oh, Ryan, thank you. Thank you, Irish Style. Thank you so much for that Venmo. I think that was. I hardly get Venmo, so that was beautiful. Thank you. Or was that PayPal? I'm not sure. Yeah, but thank you. Thank you so much, man. That's very needed and appreciated right now. So, yes, if anybody else wants to please donate and help support my channel, the links are in the description. I cannot accept super chats at the moment because I'm demonetized thanks to YouTube's uh, sensitive, I don't know, delicate sensibilities. Let's see. Oh, Tony Tech says it was 100 million Chappelle turned down. I thought it was like 55 million or something like that, which was crazy. But they all said he was nuts for doing that because the show was great. It was a young show. It was only like what? I think he only did like 2 seasons, right? And that was just a classic show. The magic was still there. I mean, it could have still been funny for a few more seasons. That was a show that ended too soon. But look, if it was affecting his mental health or whatever, he had to do what he had to do for himself. And he's rich anyway, so it's not like he's hurting for the money. But Chris Tucker went to Epstein Island. There's pictures of him flying over there in that Epstein documentary. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. Jesse Raw, thank you so much for that Cash App, sweetheart. Thank you. That's beautiful. Wow. You're the best. You guys make my day today. Thank you. That's awesome, man. It looks like I'm going to survive another day in the ghetto, I guess, huh? Wow. MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. Allahu Akbar. Thank you. Yeah. The fuck is that? Oh. $100 million. Like, that's the dream of any performer, any actor, any comedian to be able to go to Hollywood and command that. Like, you know, after that, it's like if he would have had that contract, any other place he would have went to after that, they would have had to offer him that or better, and he just threw it away. But look, I don't know. I'm not in his head. Drew, what's up, brother? Scagnetti, I like that last name. Yeah, Scagnetti. Yeah, what's up, Paisan? Hey, Paisano. Slapping is so disrespectful. Yeah, because it's like basically, I mean, Will could have punched him, but he wanted to treat him even more like a bitch, so he slapped him instead, which is even more like a bitch thing to do. I don't know. Just was a nice thing to do all around. How about that? Will Smith looks like a complete asshole. Tarnished his reputation, whatever was left of it after Jada got a hold of it. So Candace Owens, oh, that's another one. Is an intelligent, well-spoken woman as well. Yes, Miss McGinnis. Yes, Candace Owens. I am in love with Candace Owens. Let me tell you. I discovered her and I'm like, oh my God, like, you want to have a female president? This should be the first female president of the United States. Candace Owens speaks with so much intelligence, so much grace, so smart, so like rational thinking, you know? Uh, she's very needed in our culture right now. In today's time, Candace Owens is very necessary. And she even joked around with Trump, like, if you run again, I should be your vice president, which I think would be fucking amazing. I think it would be incredible. Um, yeah, I agree with most everything Candace Owens says. So definitely have a big, huge crush on Candace Owens. Best mayor was Ed Koch, huh? You think so, Liv? I remember him as a child, but I remember him from Court TV. I was too young. He was mayor when I was born and all that, but when I was a kid, he was doing Court TV. That's my earliest memory of him. Um, Seemed like a nice guy. They called him the People's Mayor. I think everybody loved him in New York. You know, um, they renamed the Queensboro Bridge after him, but I don't think too many people around here liked him when they did that. They didn't want to name it after him. But, yeah, that's another character, Ed Koch. We are screwed here in New York. Yeah, we are, Liv. What about that New York fire chief, Roy Davies? Not sure name correct, but wasn't there a compromise? What? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. I think there was like a shady commissioner though. And he got some jail time for doing something. But he was like a big 9/11 hero. Um, Stop saying that, Johnny. Will and Chris practiced that shit 1,000 times over. Look how Chris kept both hands behind his back and moved his head in perfect timing with the slap and took the sting out of it. Fake. I don't know. The thing is, when he did hit him, you didn't hear like a big slap. Did you hear like a slap at all? Because that's why I thought he missed. I thought he didn't connect. Because that type of force, you would have heard like a big fucking slap on his face. But um, I don't know. I thought it was fake at first, so I see what you're saying, Johnny. But I tend to believe it's true. Eddie Doon says Ed Koch wasn't bad. I was young, but New York was a different place back in those days. Grimy as can be. Yeah, it was a grimy friggin' place. But that's what gave New York its character. I'm not saying it was good. I was happy to see it cleaned up during my era when I was younger. But now it's delving back into the old 70s, the wild, wild west all over again. Only this time we got fucking cameras and shit on every fucking corner, every block, every door. I hate hearing about Anaheim. But Nightmare says in Anaheim, California, there's a lot of homeless, crazy people standing in front of 7-Eleven talking to themselves and doing drugs in public in full view of everybody. It's like that by Disneyland as well. Yeah, well, that's all across the country now. You got all these woke mayors, all these woke governors. They allow that to happen. Otherwise, they feel racist if they don't let that happen. But I hate hearing about Anaheim because that's where the plot to murder Tupac Shakur was hatched. Puffy came out to Anaheim, California, and met up with Keefe D, a known big Crip gang member, at a deli called Greenblatt's in Anaheim. Or no, was it at a concert in Anaheim? They went to a concert in Anaheim, and that's when it was first plotted to murder Tupac Shakur. Then they met up at a deli called Greenblatt's in California. I don't know if that's in LA, possibly. And then they solidified the murder plot there. But anyway, Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got plenty of after school demerits. You getting one demerit. Ever. Where's Edward Everett? I don't see Edward Everett here. What's up, Mustache Pete? What's going on, bro? Edward. Uh, Charlie Stein. Charlie Steen. Yeah, Steen. Charlie Steen. I'm a girl, Gunsmoke. Charlie is short for Charlotte. I am sorry. I am very sorry. You have a man in there. You have a guy in there. Is that a guy? I can't see. It's so small. I can't see the avatar too well. I'm sorry, Charlie. I'm sorry. And Live and Let Live. I've been saluting Live and Let Live for months, and she's a very loyal subscriber to Jimmy Calandra. Shout out to Jimmy. And I thought Live and Let Live was a guy this whole time. I see Live and Let Live in the chat. So I'm like, yo, salute, Live. What up? Salute. And I'm kind of tend to believe now that Live and Let Live is actually a girl, is actually a woman. So I'm sorry, Live and Let Live. I'm not good at this, all right? But anyway, moving along. Miss McGinnis says Bo Dietl was a cop at the end of Goodfellas saying it's over to Henry Hill. Is he? I didn't know he was in Goodfellas too. Hmm. That's interesting. I did not know that. I think you're right. Wait. No, that wasn't Bo Dietl. You mean in the police precinct where he's like, "Oh look, all the boys are here. What are you gonna bake a cake? Huh? Gonna bake a cake? Is that any good?" See you in Attica, dick. Bye bye, dickhead. Yeah. You talking about that part? That was Bo Dino? Miss Can't Be Wrong. Do you guys still believe that slap was real? Oh, we've been talking about that, Mustache Pete. I think it was real. If you want to know the truth, I think it was real. Um, I don't know, man. Now you guys are making me second guessing if it's real or not. It's real until they prove otherwise that it's not real. How about that? Miss McGinnis says Dave had his reasons for turning down that $100 million contract. Marino says we can all be debunked on closer examination. Persona means mask in old Greek philosophy. The mask we wear to the outside world. You're a smart guy, Marino. You have a lot of wisdom that you've been preaching these past few months. You always got a good one-liner. It's always educational too. You can always learn something from Marino over there, aka Falconetti. Let's see. Did somebody send me a Venmo earlier, or was that PayPal? Okay, I guess it was PayPal. Yeah. Let me go collect that before it disappears. Before people start getting bright ideas and want to take back that money. Well, I guess they already took it back because I don't see it now. God damn it, Irish style. Maybe it was Venmo. Oh yeah, it was Venmo. Okay, I thought he took it back. God bless you guys, man. For all of you people on MobTube who come in my chat room and always, add to the conversation and donate to me. I'm so grateful to you people. I know I say it every time, but I just have to let you guys know every time that I'm so grateful for you. You guys are truly a blessing in my life right now. And somebody just sent me a picture of Tony Soprano. Will Smith right after the joke, Will Smith when he sees Jada. And then it's got picture. I wish you guys could see what I'm looking at. It's got Tony Soprano making faces. Jesse says, I won't let you fall. Thank you, Jesse. You're a sweetheart. Thank you. I know you won't. Jesse's my biggest supporter. Irish style, run these likes up real fast. Yeah, please hit the like button, everybody. I keep forgetting to tell you people to do that too. Hit the like button. You guys seem to pretty much like my last video I did. You guys were hitting that like and watching my video. I got 1,000 views on that, so I appreciate you guys. It's beautiful. Let's see. Marino, for no real sarcasm meant. Fuck. Can't even read that. Yeah, he looked like a real baby. I mean, listen, if that was fake, and then for Will Smith to get up there and cry like that, and I don't know, he really is. I guess he did deserve that Oscar then. If that was fake and he put on that performance after crying and carrying on and all that shit with the impromptu speech. Oh shit, he's the greatest actor of our generation and of all time. So I tend to believe that smack was real. Did you guys see the after party though? Where Will Smith went to the club and he's freaking doing a karaoke performance of getting jiggy with it, word for word, while he's holding his Oscar, dancing, looking like a fucking psycho. Like, bro, you just slapped a man in the face for no apparent reason, and now you're partying in the club, holding an Oscar, dancing, and let's get jiggy with it. It's just the insanity. I mean, he just looked completely like a psychopath on Sunday night. And now Will Smith's gonna get a big interview about this and a fucking documentary and all that shit about his road back to friggin' redemption. All that bullshit. There's always a way to parlay it into some type of money maker for them. It's nice to be rich and famous, huh? Son of a bitch. I got who guts. I'm dealing with celebrity issues and got none of the celebrity money or fame or the perks. Shit life, Shit life. What are you gonna do, huh? This is the way it is. This is the way the cookie crumbles. Hopefully, God will shine his light upon me one day, and I will forever bask in his glory. In my Ferrari. Yeah. That part, homie. Yeah. What you know about you gotta represent. Living with a speech impediment. Come on. Yeah. Miss McGinnis says, I read why Dave didn't accept the contract. Nothing to do with money, more to do with self-respect. Yeah, I heard he felt like something to do with race or something. I don't know. I don't really want to get into it, but it was something to do with racism. He felt racism or something. I don't know. So he backed out of that contract, but people were calling him crazy for it, like he had a mental breakdown. Mustache P, comedy is comedy. Will is a pretentious asshole. Yeah, that was completely irrational, childish. His whole behavior that night was childish, from the slap then to crying out of, whatever the fuck, embarrassment, whatever the fuck he did. He's just an idiot. Yep. Yeah. I don't know, miss. I didn't even know he connected on that slap. I thought he ducked it pretty good. I thought he turned his head at the right time, but I guess it connected. Hey, Jesse, what does that mean? What? I liked Candace Owens until I found out she was a fraud. I have never heard of no fraudulent shit from Candace Owens. What are you talking about? And don't worry, I'm not one of these assholes who gets all upset about politics and shit. You can go ahead and say whatever you want about Candace Owens. Your opinions are your own. I'm not going to hate you if you don't like Trump or Candace Owens or whatever. I voted for Obama. I voted for Trump. I voted for Hillary. I voted for them all. So I see both sides of the story. So you can be honest, and I won't hate you for it. Your politics is your own. You're entitled to your own politics. Live and Let Live says, born and raised in Brooklyn. Yeah. Nightmare says, you live in the ghetto. Oh, hold on. Let me do the voice. You live in the ghetto, Gunsmoke? So do I. But we call it the barrio. I love living in the ghetto. Not only do I live in the ghetto, I live in the enemy territory. And I see my enemies all the time. But fuck it though. Yeah, I hear you, Nightmare. I hear you. You living in the Vario homes, huh? I gotta do a different accent for you. I gotta start doing the Vario accent. You live in a ghetto, gon' smoke. So do I say, but I do call it the Barrio homes. I love living in the ghetto. Not only do I live in the ghetto, I live in enemy territory, and I see my enemies. All right, let me stop reading. I'm sure that's annoying for the folks at home. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to come up with different voices for Nightmare. Uh, all right. I want Jesse to explain why Candace Owens is a fraud. Why? Because she's made herself into a millionaire. I don't know. I can't think of anything she said that was fraudulent. Live and let live. If my family would go to Florida, I would have left long time ago. Yeah. I mean, Florida sounds great, the weather all year round and the palm trees and the sunshine and the water and all that shit. But, then you got to worry about hurricanes every summer coming to kill you. That's it. I mean, that's the only downfall. Well, then you got the residents that live down there too. Floridians are freaking out of their mind, batshit crazy. I mean, who's crazier than a freaking Floridian? These people are nuts. But Florida could be a paradise. Depending on where you live and who you live around. Rudy Giuliani was the best New York mayor. I agree, Gavin. He was a little strict and very how can I say it? Iron-handed. I don't know. He just didn't take no shit, bro. Because of him, with that whole friggin' what do you call it? Stop and frisk movement that he started, bro. When I was a teenager, man, I got my car. I was fucking I was getting pulled over twice a day, literally, like every day, and sometimes twice a day because, random searches. I've had guns put to my head by the cops. I've been slapped by a cop. I mean, they used to pull us over all the time for no reason, man. I mean, it wasn't for no reason. They knew we were up to no good selling weed and shit, but they never found nothing on us. They had no reason to pull us over like that and fucking search us. They grab your balls. They're fucking patting you down, throwing you up against the wall. I mean, they were animals, the cops, you know, completely like too aggressive. So, did they need to take away completely? No, no, it was necessary because New York is infested with criminals and guns, and you know, because of the living standards over here, you got people just living on top of each other like animals in project buildings, and everything looks like shit. Most buildings are over 100 years old. People living in like fucking animals and shitholes. But you know, Giuliani cleaned up a lot of that crime, man. You might not agree with the way he did it, but he got the results done. And look, as soon as they took the fucking foot off people's necks just a little bit, look what happened. The whole city delved it back into criminality and chaos, and murder rate went up, and quality of life issues went down, and people urinating in the streets again, hookers accosting you in friggin' Times Square. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm fine with that. It's the other shit, the shootouts and the stabbings and all that, graffiti everywhere. That's not good. So yes, Giuliani was the best mayor. He was just a little too harsh, but he got things done. Um, and that's that. Let's move on. Yeah, he cleaned up the city. That's right. Yeah, they were all paid puppets. Yeah. Well. Oh, somebody sent me another cash out. Let me see. Who was that? I gotta thank them. I want to make sure I thank you guys to let you know you are appreciated. 2623. Who's that from Europe? 2623. That's an odd number. It's a magic number. You remember that shit from Schoolhouse Rock back in the day? Y'all don't remember Schoolhouse Rock, man. Y'all wasn't even born then. It's a magic number. Oh, Charlotte. Charlie. My lady Charlie. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. You're a sweetheart. No, you're a sweetheart, Charlotte. Thank you. Beautiful. That just made my day, folks. Wow. Yeah. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, he did live in that. Yes, he did. Yeah. Uh, I gotta start reading these comments like fully without stuttering and shit. Just read out the sentence instead of getting caught up in another sentence while I'm reading another one. Miss McGinnis says Gunsmoke. Keefe D did it, in my opinion. I'm starting to hear that too. I believed his story originally that he was just a passenger that handed the gun to the back seat, but it did cross my mind about the witness statements when they saw the gun come out of, they saw the arm come out of the window, the back seat of the car of the white Lincoln, holding the gun, and they said it was a big fat dark arm. It was a big fat dark arm. Now Keefe D is a big fat dark guy. Orlando Anderson, who he claims he gave the gun to, is a skinny guy. So it would have been a skinny arm. Or they would have just said an arm came out, but they specifically said like a fat arm came out the window. So that's why it could have either been Dre, who was a fat guy that was sitting in the back seat, or it was Keefe D who was sitting in the back seat, not the front passenger seat, and killed Tupac Shakur. Either way, he was in the car. He admitted he handed the killer the gun. So he was in on a fucking drive-by shooting and a murder. So he should be arrested for Tupac Shakur's murder. But he's still walking around free because he has immunity. And this is the country we live in. Okay, Lisa, have fun at the gym, girl. Work it out, girl. I want to see you work out for me. Work out for me. Yeah. Pizzaiolo. Got the shit debunked out of him. I don't know who that is. Sounds familiar. Yeah. Miss McGinnis, Gunsmoke. Does New York let people shoot up heroin in designated areas like I heard on TV? Yes, they do. There's certain parks now, they hand out needles to you so that you can have clean needles to shoot up. Yeah, they do that. Yeah, that's De Blasio. De Blasio and his wife did that. Nightmare says, I think it was at the House of Blues in Anaheim where Puffy met up with Keefe D. I think Keefe D was his security that night as he performed at the House of Blues. Wow. So you know your shit. You know your shit. Yeah, but whenever I hear Anaheim, I always think, okay, that's where they plotted to kill Tupac Shakur. That's where the murder plot was hatched, you know? It's like every time I hear Dallas, Texas, I think about the JFK assassination. I think that's where the plot to kill JFK was hatched, even though it was probably from New Orleans and all that, but still. Live and Let Live says, I tried to keep it on the down low, down low. No, what you talking about? Down low, down low. Come on, baby. Yeah, I hear you, Live and Let Live. I kind of figured that. That's why I didn't really want to say nothing, but I hear you. Live and Let Live says it was definitely real. Will was crying after that. Yeah, I believe it was real. Yes, Penn Station turned into a shithole too. I heard a lot of junkies and shootings around there. You're more likely to catch a stray bullet outside of Penn Station now than ever before. Uh, Rob Lito says, you're smart. Smart. Oh, Jimmy's here. What's up, Jimmy? Good afternoon. Wow, he came here at 12 on the dot, too. Right at noontime. Salute to Jimmy. Yeah, that's my guy. Okay, let's see. Brother, it's Venmo. Thank you again, Irish. I appreciate you for that. Thank you. You made my day, brother. Hell no, I wouldn't take it back. Are you sure, Irish? Because there's some guys that, they get little donators remorse and they want their money back. Marino says, thanks, Gun, but I'm just a dumb Scumbaria. Stunaro. Scumbari. I like to say scumbaria, but you say scumbari. All right. Metastico. Just been around here and then just been around here and there and picked up others' wisdom. Yeah, that's kind of like me, I guess. Yeah, I could hear that. I could understand that. Yeah, you just soak up knowledge, you know? I try to soak up knowledge from different areas, different people. No, live and let live. God bless you. Okay? God bless you, live. Uh, Gavin says Keefe has always said they shot for beating up his nephew. Well, that was the main reason, but no, that was part of it. That was like the straw that broke the camel's back. They did it for the money, you know. There was a hit put out on Tupac and Suge. They were trying to collect on that money. It's just that Tupac beating up Keefe D's nephew was like the last straw. They're like, all right, we'll move on this guy now and get that money and get revenge at the same time. Live and Let Live says Will Smith's kids are strange. Yeah, well, look, I don't want. We live in such sensitive times and so woke. I can't even really talk about it. His kids are grown adults though. They're 21, 20 years old, but they're very odd. Let's say. Life is shit, Gavin says. Yeah, it is what you make it though. But even if you try to make it good, sometimes it is shit anyway. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Jimmy Calandra, a Bath Avenue story says, everywhere in the chat, what's up? Love. Stay positive and stay warm. Life is too short. Be kind to others. We are all fighting a battle. Stay strong. God first. You have a good life, Gunsmoke. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. It could always be worse. I try to look on the bright side and say, look, I'm grateful for everything I have right now. It can always be worse. There's people out there doing way worse than me. So be grateful for what you have right now because it's not going to last forever. And dark days are ahead probably, but you got to enjoy what you have now, you know? And I try to tell myself that every day. Jimmy Calandra says, money is nothing, character is everything. Live and Let Live says, definitely a bad look for Will and a good look for Chris. Yeah, Chris Rock looks golden right now. Looks like a complete gentleman. I think he handled it with grace. So I definitely have a lot of respect for Chris Rock right now. Oh, thank you, Jesse. I appreciate you. Miss McGinnis says, Gunsmoke. Bo Dietl was the cop that at the end, when Henry Hill was ready to back out of his driveway before he snitched. Oh, and he put the gun to his head. He's like, don't you move, you motherfucker. I'll blow your fucking head off. That is his voice. Yeah. See, Bo Dietl has that really good New York accent, you know? Don't you move, you motherfucker. I like that. Yeah. That's how they talked in the 70s. People had that accent. Big mustache. Alcy, what's up, Alcy? Gunpoke dropping in on lunch break to say what up. What up, Alcy? What are you having for lunch, brother? What's on the menu? You know what it is. What's up, Ben? Bend over. Bend over. Nightmare, you need to get out of the ghetto, bro. Gavin says, Nightmare, you need to get out of the ghetto. In the ghetto. In the ghetto. Yeah. Tom Sheehy, salute again, my friend. Chris got a chin on him. Yeah, man. Because, Will Smith, man, he works out for those movie roles. He worked out. He trained to be a boxer for fucking that Muhammad Ali movie. And he's going to slap freaking Chris Rock like that, full force. Like, you got to give a lot of respect to Chris Rock for handling it that way, man. He could have fell to the floor. He could have done anything. He could have cried. He didn't do none of that. I think he was just in complete shock and embarrassment. Like, how the fuck did you just slap me in front of hundreds of people in this audience, and then millions of people at home across America? The slap heard around the world. I mean, it's nuts. Jesse Ross says no. She was paid by the GOP years ago to change her political position. I don't know. She's pretty. She's pretty enthusiastic about those policies, though, about those political positions. I don't know. It's like that other girl who, this beautiful girl, I forgot, Amala. I can't pronounce her last name. Amala something. She works for PragerU. She's another girl who used to be a Democrat and switched over to the Republicans. And what she says, I agree with everything she says. And she's another intelligent one, you know. And she tells her story how she used to be a very radical Democrat, you know, cancel culture, all that, until she just had an epiphany one day. I don't know. She woke up and smelled the flowers. I don't know. But you know what the Democrats' problem is? They just took it too far with their stuff. They were on a good path there, but they lost their way. They became too radicalized. Both parties did, man. It's just both parties just let the worst of their folks take over and drive the narrative. But anyway, let's move on from politics. Let's not talk about that. Jesse Roth said, I'd respect Candace for her views if that's how she really felt, but it's not. All right. I would be heartbroken if Candace Owens was a phony and that's not how she felt. I would be very upset. Be very disappointed in Candace. Nightmare says, no. Stick to the voice. But to be perfectly honest, I speak how you speak. I have no accents or speech problems. I speak perfect English. I feel like calling in so you can hear my voice. I guess I guess that's only right, right? I should give you the opportunity to let people know how you really sound. Cause you know, you don't sound like this. Yeah, stick to the first voice, yo. To be honest, to be perfectly honest, yo, I speak how you speak, my brother. I have no accents, none of that shit, B. On hood. Or no speech problems. Snello! I speak perfect English. I feel like calling in though, you know what I'm saying? That part, homie. So you can hear my voice. Yeah, that part. All right, Nightmare. All right. Yeah, we're gonna drop the link soon, see if I can get my daily dose of verbal abuse going. Mustache Pete, they did that to us when we would come to New York from New Jersey because we were buying weed in the 90s, but they would let us go. Yeah. Now, in my era, if they called me with weed, they would not let us go. You better make sure you hide that shit in your shoe or you stash it somewhere good. But the most safest place was to always put that shit in the sole of your shoe. And when they tell you to get out of the car, you just gotta like shift your weight to one foot so you don't look like you're limping. You gotta try to balance it so they don't look like nothing's in your shoe when they give you a good pat down. But now it's completely legal. You're good. You can walk around with a fucking ounce or two, and they ain't gonna do shit. You could take a piss in the street, and they won't even do nothing. I mean, years ago they used to write you a ticket at least. I mean, I had a $50 ticket for public urination one time. Most expensive piss I ever took in my life. Nowadays, they give you a friggin' gift card for it. A cop sees it, he'll give you a Dunkin' Donuts gift card. Say, hey, $25. Here you go. Don't do it again, please. Tom Sheehy. Let's see. Brooklyn Rob says, Gunsmoke, I feel the same about Florida. Nice weather, beach any time of the year. Problem is, I've never seen more ghettos. Yeah, they have a lot of ghettos down there. I bought some weed down there in the ghetto, in some Haitian neighborhood down there around Hollywood, Florida. Somewhere around there. That was back in '03. I bought some Crippy down there. Some Crippy. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. Am I behind on this chat like a million hours? Oh, no. Okay, good. I know I'm always behind on the chat. I'm sorry, guys. Play that number 2623. I might just do that today now that he said that. And by the way, guys, you're talking to somebody who should have been a multimillionaire. I should have been. My grandfather used to play the lotto when I was a kid. Every fucking day, he used to play the same number, day in, day out, year after year, same number. One friggin' day he doesn't play the number. The one day he doesn't play the number hits and comes in. You could have heard my grandmother screaming 3 states away. I'll never forget it. I was about like 8 or 9 years old. But anyway, touche. Mustache Pete says, I was born in 1980, homie. I remember. Yeah, all right, though. All right. What's up? What's real? How are you? Too fucking shay. Drive-bys and wave-bys. Gunsmoke, are you a fan of Tommy Lauren? No, I'm not. I don't really like Tommy Lauren too much. Um, no. She makes some interesting points here and there. I just don't like her attitude and all that. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of hers. I never was. Uh, yeah. I don't blame them either, Miss McGinnis. They're not respected. I mean, look, I've known a lot of shithead cops in my life. I've had interactions with a lot of assholes, and then I've had some really cool cops, and I've interacted with. So, you know, cops are people. It's just a people thing. Jesse says Tommy Lauren is an entitled little brat. She sure does carry herself that way. Miss McGinnis, Schoolhouse Rock was my Saturday morning favorite. I am older than you, Gunsmoke. I know. I'm just joking with you guys. And most of you guys in here are older than me. Yeah, I mean, by the time I was watching Schoolhouse Rock, that was like in the early '90s. So I know that's a show from like the late '60s or something, or the '70s. So I know that was way before my time. My generation was like the last generation to have all that. The Saturday morning cartoons, the Schoolhouse Rock, the sitcom shows, way before reality TV and all that shit. I mean, now the kids can't even find cartoons anymore. And if they do, it's some weirdo cartoon telling them to do the wrong things. I don't know. Let's see. Pizzaiolo, Italian pizza maker, Maltese fake pizza, Tonio Nino, Tonio Nino. All right, stop. I can't pronounce these words, Marino. Stop it. You're making me pronounce words I can't pronounce. I just woke up. Oh, look, what's real is woke now. Oh, so you woke now, huh? What's real? You just woke up? You woke now? You woke. Yeah, you real woke, boy. Marino says, woke up this morning, got myself a gun, smoke. Yeah. Pink says, I'm not saying there was a green light on Pac, but the night he got shot was purely and simply him fucking hitting the wrong dude. Just so happened that dude's uncle was connected to Puffy. Yeah, it was just bad coincidence. I don't know if you want to call it fate or coincidence, but life has a funny way of doing that to you. These weird things that happen, like just, it's like more than coincidence. You just can't put your finger on it. I don't know if it's God, if it's nature, or what it is. Something's there, though. Something's there. Hey, Jimmy! Yeah. Jersey girl. No, you're the best, Jersey girl. You're the best. And I hope your puppies are doing okay over there. I know one of your puppies is up for surgery, so I hope your doggy's doing okay. Jimmy Gallo. Hey, Smoke, Chris speak to you about what I told him. Well, we spoke about a lot of stuff. I don't know if it was you that told him shit. I don't know what he's telling you, what you're telling him. I don't know. You gotta be specific, but I don't think you want to be. Steve Blair, what's up? How are you? Deadly Kitten says, "Oh, Yankees is here. Yankees for life. What's up, Yankees? How are you? I almost skipped over you there, my friend. Welcome, welcome. What was that question I was going to read? Deadly Kitten says, Ron DeSantis 2024. You know, I think if Trump runs again, I think he's going to ask him to be his running mate. Um, there's something I don't like about DeSantis. I don't know if it's his look or something. I don't know. He carries himself, the way he talks. I don't know. But he does have a lot of good policies, common sense policies. He wants to keep men out of women's sports so that they can't compete in women's sports. I agree with that. He doesn't want to teach children anything, elementary school children about, the weird gender stuff that they're teaching kids nowadays or the weird race stuff that they're teaching kids. He wants to keep that out of schools. He wants high schoolers to have a financial literacy course as a requirement for graduation, which I think is great. That's something that people can use for the rest of their life. I mean, it's education that they can actually benefit them. So I think Ron DeSantis is doing good down there, and he kept Florida open. Whether you think it's good or bad, for the most part, he kept Florida open with, uh, you know, people's rights left intact for the most part, their civil liberties, and it didn't have an adverse effect on that state compared to others that did have those big lockdowns and all that stuff. So it looks like he was right in the end on the way he handled it. At first, I didn't agree with it. I thought he should have locked it down. But now, after seeing how the pandemic played out, I guess he was right. He made the right moves for the most part. Um, that's my opinion. Oh, God. Here we go. See, this is why we don't talk about politics in here, people. Gunsmoke, my friend is over for coffee and a visit. Wants to know who that handsome guy talking is with the great accent. That's our Gunsmoke the Don. Thank you, Jersey girl. I don't like my voice, but I don't know. Some people say they like my voice. I don't know. I appreciate you. Now you're making me, I guess I'll sing the song for you, Jersey, since you got company there. Jersey girl, you are my world. You look so sweet. You're a special treat, and I need you to know, Jersey girl, I love you so. Yeah. All right. Ron DeSantis has the best hair game in politics. I'll give you that. Yeah. Yeah. He has a full head of hair. Nightmare says, I will never leave the ghetto. I like it here, man. Yeah. Jersey says, Candace Owens. JR Boston, salute. You're a nation of Massachusetts. You go on the sex offender list, low level. Wow. So if you publicly urinate in Massachusetts, they'll put you on a sex offender list, low level. You have to register as a sex offender. Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy, bro. They charge you with indecent exposure or something. What the hell? Wow. I'm staying the fuck out of Massachusetts. I said it like that because I had a friend who used to, well, he was from Massachusetts, and he used to talk like that. He's like, "Yeah, I came from Massachusetts. Yo, Gunsmoke, give me a ride, dude. Come on." I know it sounds like Lee, but he didn't sound like Lee. He said he just had a weird accent. Yeah, thank you for saying both parties, Gunsmoke. Yeah. What's real says to become rich or millionaire, You have to take risks in life. Simple as that. Without, yeah, no guts, no glory. You're right. You have to be willing to take risks to get what you want. Wow, even Nightmare said it too. If you piss in the street over here in Cali, you get charged with a sex crime, even if no one is around to see. Wow, that's fucking crazy. You know, when you think about it, there is nothing more natural for a human being to do than uh, move their bowels outside in the outdoors, all right? If you think about it. But in civilized society, we do use modern technology for uh, our business. Anyway, listen, whatever. I know in New York they decriminalize it. It's the complete opposite. Before you used to get a ticket, or they might even arrest you and give you a fine or whatever. But now they won't even stop you. It's okay. You can piss in the street and it's fine. There's no law against it anymore. It's decriminalized. Marino says, I took a piss on a popo car once, was drunk and young, took a proper beating, and was let go. No fine. Yeah, well, you got off with a beating. That's good. Jesse says, I should have been a millionaire too, but my father and my aunt squandered my grandfather's money, and my mom kept me from that side of the family. Bastardo. Yeah, that's horrible. Hankering for a hunk of cheese. I don't know. That don't sound too kosher. I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill. Brooklyn Rob says, anyone remember Electric Company on PBS? That must have been before my time. I remember Reading Rainbow, Magic School Bus, and Lamb Chops on PBS. That's all I remember. That's the only shit I watched on PBS. Yeah. Was Ghost Rider on PBS too? Maybe Ghost Rider too. I used to watch if that was on PBS. I'm not sure. Marino says money isn't everything, but you can't get anything without it. What to do? What to do? I don't know. I'm glad I could make you laugh, Miss McGinnis. That's what I'm here for. Scotty boy, what's up? How are you? Let's see. What else we got here? Oh, his family's been in that neighborhood since the 40s, so that's why he's sticking around there. Okay. It's a family tradition. Lockdowns were unnecessary. Yeah, but I don't I don't blame I don't blame the country for the reaction that they had to this. This was an unprecedented event, We've never seen a virus like this in world history. I think it came from a lab. It was a chemically engineered, bioengineered, friggin' tweaked virus, whatever you want, however you want to look at it. It's not a natural occurrence. It was accidentally let loose. It was allowed to spread, and the world didn't know how to react. They reacted the best way they could was just shut everything down. Let's try to stop this. They didn't know. They didn't know how to react to it. They didn't know what the freaking virus was capable of. Really. Um, but in the end, looking back on it in hindsight, yeah, it was definitely unnecessary, those lockdowns, to an extent. To the extent that they took it, it was completely unnecessary. And hopefully that doesn't happen again. Hopefully, we've learned from our mistakes and our lessons here, and we know how to handle it the next time it comes around, or something like that comes around. And I don't want to hear about the stupid 1912 Spanish flu, okay? Yeah, we dealt with that before. No, 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 no. Completely different century, completely different era. I don't want to hear it. Anyway. Okay. Whose voice? My voice? No, you ain't talking about this voice. I smoke too many cigarettes to have an awesome voice anymore. Yeah. Eddie Doom says they need more trade schools in the States. It's great career and there's tremendous lack of skilled trade workers. I agree. That's what they should be teaching in high school, you know? They should be teaching people trades, financial literacy, uh, how to cook, you know, proper things, you know? I don't know. High school should be a little bit different. The way they've had American high schools past few decades is no good. And especially with this new critical race theory stuff they're pushing on these kids, it's just no good. So I do like DeSantis for pushing financial literacy courses on high school students as a requirement for graduation. I think that's wonderful. I wish I would have had it when I went to high school. When I went to high school, they just pushed you through the system. Oh, you failed? Okay, yeah, well, we're going to let you graduate. Just keep pushing them through, push them through, push them through. They'll send you to summer school. Summer school was a fucking joke, you know? So I used to, my high school, we had a friggin' dirt gravel field, dirt and pebbles in the field. That's where we used to play football and all that shit and run around. Now, as soon as I left, now they got a nice, beautiful brown track, racetrack, and a nice soccer field, nice football field with the goalposts and all that, and the painted lines. Oh, it's beautiful. When I went to school, it was shit. Handed Ugats. Gianni, what's up? Salute. Gianni's fresh back from Italy. Yeah, he was whining and dining out in Italy. 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 I hate when people, why can't they just say Italy? I say Italy, but some people with the accent, they say Italy. Italy. Vecchio. 74,000 people died from COVID in Florida. 67,000 died in New York with a much larger population. Good job, Ronnie. Is that true? I thought it was opposite. I thought way more people died in New York, and we had the most deaths in New York, and we had the tightest restrictions. And Florida had the least restrictions and less deaths. I thought it was opposite, Vecchio. I'm not saying you're wrong, Vecchio. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not sure, but I'm just saying I was under the impression that what you're saying was the opposite. But I'm not saying you're wrong. Don't get upset, pal. All right. Don't create a channel and be like, yeah, Gunsmoke said I'm wrong. No, you're wrong. Fuck you. Don't do that now, please. All right. I like you, Vecchio. Come on now. Be nice. Damn, bro. They just throwing that around, you know? They just throwing sex offender registries to everybody, huh? You can't even pee outside. Damn. Steve Tortola. What's poppin', man? A-Cab. Keeping it real, Mr. Smoke. Big Bud, Indica. All right. He's smoking that Indica, huh? You're going to be sleepy real soon, boy. You need to hop up on that sativa, boy. Pink says, I don't know, man. I get real bad. Scott Peterson vibes from DeSantis. Scott Peterson vibes? I don't get no Scott Peterson vibes from DeSantis. Come on now. I just get like, what are the vibes I get from DeSantis? Let's see. I get, not like a used car salesman, but like, he just looks like one of those sleazy politicians, you know. I'll give you that. You know, I'm not too fond of him. I like some of his laws that he's doing down there, and you know how he handles things. But I'm not too fond of Ron DeSantis. I'll be honest. I don't like. He does seem sleazy to me. But when he talks with a lot of common sense, and he has that I don't give a fuck attitude like Trump has. Like he'll just tell it to you whether you like it or not. Because he feels like it's what you need to hear. Because he's tired of all the bullshit, all the coddling, all the insanity going on around this country. So I kind of like DeSantis, but then again, I don't. I don't know. I hear what you're saying, Pink. Eddie says you can piss on a baby in New York and nothing will happen to you. That's right. That's right. And even if they do bother to even arrest you, it's just a waste of time because they're going to release you on your own recognizance and you have no bail. You won't even have a court date. I mean, the new mayor now, he claims that he's going to try to stop that and fix the laws around here and clean things up again, but I doubt it. He seems like another woke joke, too. So, Michael, what's up? What's going on, buddy? Good afternoon. Well, it's probably morning time. I think you're on the west side, aren't you? I don't know. What do I know anymore? The smoke. Everybody was kung flu fighting. Yeah, that was the most underrated one-liner. He's like the kung flu, okay? It comes from China. China. Yeah, you're right, Eddie. That was funny. Yeah. It's all politics has ever been. Greed and lies. Unfortunately. It's supposed to be good. It's supposed to be for the greater good of the people. Public virtue. But these people are just lining their own pockets, these politicians. He said, look it up, please. Look it up. All right, Vecchio. I'll look it up. I'll look it up later. It's an interesting fact that I should know. Johnny says, I wish I didn't bother coming back from Italy. I'm sure it is depressing when you get off that plane and you're like, vacation. Well, it wasn't a vacation, actually. You were there to bury your uncle, actually, right? So it wasn't a vacation, but I hear what you're saying. I'm sure you didn't want to come back. Let's see. All right. That's the problem with New York, we're like an international city, so like everybody comes to New York and they spread their germs, and that's why we got hit the hardest over here. Frankie Rizzo, salute. Gianni says, wasn't Scott Peterson the guy who disappeared his wife on a boat in the ocean? Yeah, in California. He killed Lacey Peterson. She was 8 or 9 months pregnant with his baby, and he killed her on Christmas Eve, and then took a boat out to the San Francisco Bay and said he was fishing on Christmas Eve, and that's where he dumped her body. And then her torso and her baby's fetus washed ashore sometime in April 2002 or 2003. No, 2003. Yeah. Nightmare, gotta go run an errand. Hopefully, I'm back in time to finish your show. Tony Duck says these kids think they have to go to college and either getting a corporate job, a job with tech, or being a lawyer, doctor, etc. I know guys that are union carpenters and electricians making $40 an hour. That's awesome. Yeah, you don't need to go. I mean, most of these people are going to college for majoring in psychology or some dumb shit, some useless degree that they'll never use, and then they get themselves into student loan debt, and they can't pay it back because they don't have a job to earn that earns enough money to pay it back. I mean, learning a trade is much more beneficial, I think. Depends. Look, if you got the smarts for college, do it, but make sure you're taking a good course, for a degree. Don't be getting these useless art degrees and stuff that you can't use anywhere. They ain't worth the paper they're printed on. Yeah. Oh, Michael's in the Netherlands, bro. Wow, and he's giving me military time. Wait, what? This guy's like a week ahead of us over there in the Netherlands. You're a week ahead? It's 1847 Monday evening here. What the fuck? It's Tuesday over here. Holy Toledo. So it's 6:47 in the evening over there in the Netherlands, and he's a week ahead. Can you friggin' believe this shit? Holy Toledo. No, it still has meaning, Pink. Don't start that. Listen, I'm a registered Democrat, all right? I know you're a Democrat too. The Democrats created that word woke, all right? And they took it too far. So now it's being used against them, and rightfully so. Woke destroyed this country. It's seeped into our politics, it's seeped into our education system, and now it's seeped into our friggin' military and CIA. I mean, we're in trouble here, Pink. I'm not going to let these people slide on that. They're going to pay for that woke shit until it's disappeared, until it's out of our lexicon. All right, yeah. See, you guys are getting too much into this politics. Now you're going back and forth with this shit. I don't want to hear about the ills of what these people have done to each other. I stopped watching the news for a reason. Well, I still read the news, but I don't read about politics anymore until Trump comes back. Gianni says it's Gunsmoke. It's a going from a paradise back to purgatory type of feeling coming home. I get it. Yeah, I hear you. I was just reading about Italy before this morning. I don't know. I get random thoughts in my head, and I like to read about history and stuff. So I was reading about Julius Caesar and all his exploits and all that, and the Romans said it, and how Rome was formed into a republic and then into the empire it became. And I was reading about Joan of Arc too, her story. I like to read random stuff about history. But yeah. Anyway. Jesse says the Peterson story tore me up. Lacey was my age and her son was due on my son's first birthday. Wow. That's odd. It's an odd connection. And then they had Drew Peterson, which was the cop in Chicago who kept killing his wives. I think he was married like 4 times and he killed like I think the first one. I don't know. He had like 3 or 4 wives and he killed like 3 of them. Then he got locked up, and then he tried to put out a hit from jail on the prosecutor or the district attorney, one of them, and then they added more years to his sentence. Friggin' idiot. But anyway, yeah, that part, homie. Oh, hood. My daughter went for art therapy. At least you've been to paradise and know it's still there, just a plane flight away. Yeah, I wish I could go to Italy, man. I'd like to go down there, sit on a yacht in the Mediterranean. Yeah. You know where I really want to go? I really always wanted to see Santorini, Greece. Santorini. I see pictures of Santorini. I look at the sunset over the ocean. That's where my heart is, man. Even though I'm not Greek, but Santorini. Yeah. I like Santorini. If you guys ever been to Santorini, you guys are lucky. I wish I could sit out on a yacht in the ocean in Santorini. You guys don't give a shit. You guys don't care. You only care about yourself. Oh, poor you. Jesse says, I'm not a normal Democrat. I don't think college loans should be forgiven. I don't think education should be so expensive to begin with, especially when you're going for regular degrees and stuff. But hey, whatever. I agree. I don't know. They should be forgiven and they shouldn't. I don't know. I'm torn, man. I'm torn. Split down the middle. It was a travesty. Lacey Peterson was so beautiful too. It's a shame what he did to her. They say he killed Lacey because he started fooling around with another woman and he didn't want to be held down with the pressures of having a family and a wife and a child. So then what'd you marry her for, bro? What'd you get her pregnant for? This guy was a young guy, had his own home, he owned businesses, he's out golfing, he's living a great life, lives in a beautiful neighborhood. Skies was the limit for him. And he threw it all away because I don't know, he couldn't take the pressure of being a father or a husband or what. But Lacey was a beautiful woman, and she didn't deserve that. Irish says, like and subscribe. Abasta! You know you like me, Tony. Tell me you like me, Tony. Please. Tony, you like me. You know you like me. Abasta! No! Abasta! That's live. Live, 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 live. Uh, oh God, the Dixie Chicks. Yeah, well, weren't they talking shit about 9/11 or something? Who cares about the Dixie Chicks? Forza. Yeah, I had a crazy friggin' I had a friend, John Carlo. He was a crazy fucking Forza Italian guy watching the soccer going ape shit. He used to take me to all the bars. We used to go watch the soccer games and stuff. He was a fun guy. He was much older than me. John Carlo. Yeah. Let's see. Exactly, Gianni. That's exactly why I don't like to talk about politics. See, I choose not to talk politics on YouTube. I don't need to make enemies out of perfectly good people, out of perfectly good hearted people, just because they feel differently about it than me. Exactly. Especially to the people here who are Americans, who live in America. We're all Americans, man. Whether you're Republican or Democrat, whatever your political beliefs are on how this country should be run. At the end of the day, we're all Americans, all right? We're all U.S. citizens, and we need to look at each other as brothers and sisters, not as fucking enemies in our own country. Just because you're red and I'm blue, or you're a Democrat and I'm Republican, it's stupid. It's silly shit. Let's see. Hold on. Somebody sent me a text. What's this? Oh, it's nobody. All right. Oh, let me do my Ben Shapiro shtick again. Okay, ExpressVPN. Please donate to my Cash App, my Venmo, my PayPal. If you like my content, you like this video, the links are in the description. VPN, ExpressVPN. No other service like it around. Thank you. Anyway, guys, let's see. Yeah, they should fix the health insurance. So they tried, they've been trying to fix health insurance. It's just it's too much greed. Too much greed, You would have to get in it would have to be a change up and down the board. It would have to be the pharmaceutical companies, the people who run these hospitals, and all that. Price of everything has to come down. But that's easier said than done. Yeah. Vejito says Falconetti, play that funky music, right, boy. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I didn't like Bush when he was in office, man. He, every time he gave a speech and he was stuttering or he said something stupid, I would used to curse at the TV. But I'll tell you one thing though. As much as I disliked him and I thought he was a buffoon, I still honored him as my president. Still respected him as my president. You know, not like the way they treated Obama or the way they treated Trump. It's completely disgusting. You know, a lot of these people forget that we're Americans, man. Uh, let's see. Let's see. I love you too, Jesse. No more politics. You're right. That's another one, Mustache Pete. You're right. Big Pharma is the devil, in my opinion, and the reason for all the mandates. I don't know about that last part. I don't know. Who knows, man? Who knows? I know one thing: China has to pay for what they did. And it seems like everybody just let China off the hook, and you know, I don't care how powerful you think they are or how much goods and services they have. They should be held responsible for letting out that virus. They've dealt with viruses before. They knew how to contain it. They should have contained it. They're responsible for millions of people's deaths all around the world, you know? Even Frank Collada. Frank Collada died of COVID. He was one of the early mob tube shows on here, you know? I used to like watching Frank Collada. Every time I think about COVID, I talk about COVID, I think about Frank Collada, man. It's fucked. Oh, only when I'm on here do I think about him when I talk about it. Anyway, who gives a shit? Listen, well, I give a shit. Fuck you guys. Anyway, look, I love you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you for being here today. I think I'm going to get out of here. To everybody who tuned in, I appreciate you so much. Frankie Rizzo says China. It comes from China. Okay. Yes. To everybody who sent me donations today, thank you so much. You made my day. It's very needed. It's a great help to me. I appreciate every single one of you for doing so, for helping me out. Um, what else? I guess I hope you guys enjoy your day. I'm trying to think of more stuff to say here. I want to leave on a high note. I don't know. To all my friends in Europe, I hope you're enjoying your evening. Thank you for watching my show. Maybe I'll come on tomorrow. I'm gonna try to come on more often and talk to you guys. Give you guys some subject matter too. We'll come up with topics that we'll talk about. You know, and give this show some structure. And I'll try to be on here more. I'll try to be more reliable to you people, so you guys can depend on the show every day to keep you entertained. Um, so yeah, I'll try to stick to that. And thank you to Jimmy for coming in here earlier, and showing love. Thank you, Miss McGinnis, Irish Style, Tom Sheehy, Jesse Roth, Gianni, Nightmare, What's Real, Marino. I mean, you guys are always in here. Yankees for life. Live and let live. I didn't see Boston J in here. Let me tell you guys who's missing. Boston J, Joe Batters. Joe Batters, I don't know what the fuck happened to him. You got Rick the Tank. I guess he only comes on in the evening, I guess. I don't know. You got Giant the Greek from London. He calls himself Lil London. Miss McGinnis says, thanks, Gunsmoke. Enjoyed myself. Chat was awesome. Good people. Yeah, you guys are the best. I try to keep it that way in here. Keep the trolls out, keep the good people in. Let's hear Gianni tell us a good Bush story before we go. I got a great story about him. I came home from work one night and a buddy was staying with us. Saw he made fudge, so grabbed a piece. Watching news, Bush's eyes turned black and evil. Mushrooms. Oh, you took mushrooms while watching a Bush, while watching Bush on the news. All right, that's an interesting story. Irish style salute. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. I'm getting a phone call now. Enjoy your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll see you guys later on MobTube. Salute.